A little boy stands frozen in a parking lot. A stranger's grip tightens around his wrist. No one notices. No one sees the danger. But then, he raises his hand. One silent signal, and a police dog 50 feet away locks eyes on him. What happens next will leave you speechless. Before we dive in, tell us in the comments, where in the world are you watching from? The downtown park buzzed with life on this perfect Saturday afternoon. Children's laughter mixed with the distant sound of a street musician's guitar. Families spread blankets on the grass. Joggers followed the winding paths, and the smell of fresh popcorn drifted from a nearby vendor's cart. Everything felt safe, normal, beautifully ordinary. Officer Marcus Martinez walked slowly along the main pathway, his trusted partner Duke trotting beside him. The Belgian Malinois moved with quiet confidence, his tan and black coat gleaming in the sunlight. Duke's ears swiveled constantly, processing every sound, every movement, every scent carried on the warm breeze. "Beautiful day for patrol, isn't it, buddy?" Martinez said, giving Duke an affectionate pat. They had been partners for 3 years now, and Martinez trusted Duke's instincts more than his own sometimes. The dog had an uncanny ability to sense things before they happened, to notice details that human eyes missed completely. Near the playground, 8-year-old Liam sat on a bench watching other children race across the monkey bars. He was a quiet boy with sandy brown hair and curious green eyes. His older sister Emma stood nearby, scrolling through her phone while keeping one eye on her little brother. "Want some ice cream?" Emma asked, jingling coins in her pocket. Liam's face brightened. "Chocolate chip?" Obviously, Emma grinned. "Stay right here on this bench. Don't move. I'll be back in 5 minutes." Liam nodded, clutching his backpack. He watched Emma disappear toward the ice cream stand on the other side of the park, then returned his attention to the playground. He didn't notice the man on the bench 30 feet away, but Duke did. The dog's ears twitched. His pace slowed just slightly. Martinez felt the subtle change in Duke's posture, the way his muscles tensed beneath his harness. The officer's trained eyes followed Duke's gaze to a middle-aged man sitting alone, wearing sunglasses and a baseball cap pulled low. The man wasn't reading, wasn't on his phone. He was just watching. Watching the children. Martinez made a mental note but kept walking. Lots of people sat in parks. There was nothing illegal about it yet. The man stood up slowly, adjusting his cap. He took a few casual steps toward the playground, then paused, checking his surroundings. His eyes landed on Liam, sitting alone, unguarded, distracted. Duke's tail stopped wagging. His breathing changed from relaxed to focused. Martinez noticed immediately. "What is it, boy?" he whispered. "What do you see?" The man approached Liam's bench with a practiced smile, the kind of smile that had probably worked before. He sat down on the opposite end, leaving respectful space at first. "Hey there," the man said in a friendly voice. "You seen a small brown puppy run past here? I've been looking everywhere." Liam looked up, uncertain. His parents had taught him not to talk to strangers, but the man seemed worried, seemed harmless. Across the park, Duke pulled slightly on his leash, his eyes locked on that bench with laser focus. Something was wrong. He could sense it in the air, in the man's body language, in the way the boy's shoulders tensed. The afternoon's perfect peace was about to shatter, and Duke knew it before anyone else. Liam hesitated, looking at the man's concerned face. I haven't seen any puppy, sir." The man sighed dramatically. "Oh no. He's so small, just a little thing. Brown with white paws. My daughter will be heartbroken if I don't find him." He pulled out his phone, pretending to show a photo. He ran this way. "Maybe he went toward the parking lot? Could you help me look just for a minute?" Liam's heart told him to say no, but the man seemed genuinely upset. What if there really was a lost puppy? I should wait for my sister," Liam said softly. "Oh, of course," the man said, standing up slowly. "I understand. I just thought, well, if we find him quick, you'll be back before she even returns. The parking lot is right there." He pointed toward the edge of the park. Across the pathway, Duke's entire body had gone rigid. His ears stood straight up, his nose quivered, and a low rumble started deep in his chest. Martinez stopped walking completely. "Duke, what's wrong, boy?" The dog's eyes never left the bench where the man was now standing, extending his hand toward the small boy. Liam looked toward the ice cream stand. Emma was still in line, far away. He looked back at the man's outstretched hand. Something felt wrong, but he couldn't explain what. "Just for 1 minute," the man said again, his smile widening. "I really need help." Liam slowly stood up, slipping his backpack over his shoulder. The moment he took the man's hand, everything changed. The man's grip tightened, not painfully, but firmly. Too firmly. They started walking toward the parking lot, away from the crowds, away from the playground. Liam's stomach twisted. "Actually, I should go back," Liam said, trying to pull his hand free. "We're almost there," the man said, his voice losing its friendly tone. His fingers squeezed harder. "Don't make a scene, kid. Just keep walking." Panic flooded through Liam's chest. This wasn't about a puppy. There never was a puppy. His mind raced back to the school assembly 3 months ago, when the police officer taught them about safety, about stranger danger, about the signal, the hand signal for help. Liam's heart pounded as they approached a row of parked cars. The man pulled keys from his pocket, clicking a button. A van's lights flashed. With his free hand, Liam slowly raised his arm, palm facing out, thumb tucked in, 4 fingers together, then folded down over the thumb. The universal signal, "I need help. I'm in danger." He held it there, trembling, praying someone would see, and someone did. Duke exploded forward with a powerful bark that echoed across the entire park. Martinez stumbled, gripping the leash tightly as Duke pulled with incredible force. "Duke, what is it?" The dog barked again, frantic, insistent, his eyes locked on the small figure near the parking lot, on the raised hand making the signal, on the boy being led away. Martinez's blood ran cold. He saw it now. He saw everything. "Stop!" Martinez shouted, breaking into a sprint. "Police! Stop right there!" Duke was already ahead of him, running faster than he ever had before. The man's head snapped around at the sound of the approaching police dog. His eyes widened with panic as Duke charged toward them, powerful legs eating up the distance in seconds. "Move! Get in the van!" the man hissed, yanking Liam toward the open vehicle door. But Liam planted his feet, using every ounce of strength to resist. "No!" he shouted, his voice finally breaking free. "Help me!" Duke reached them in a blur of tan and black fur. He didn't attack, didn't bite, but positioned himself directly between Liam and the van, his massive body forming an impenetrable wall. A deep, thunderous growl rumbled from his chest, his teeth bared in warning. The man stumbled backward, releasing Liam's hand. "Call off your dog! I'm his uncle! This is a family matter!" Martinez arrived seconds later, breathing hard, hand hovering near his belt. "Step away from the boy. Now!" "Officer, there's been a misunderstanding," the man said, his voice shaking as he tried to regain composure. "This is my nephew. His mother asked me to pick him up." "He's lying!" Liam cried, running behind Duke. His small hands gripped the dog's harness, feeling safe for the first time since this nightmare began. "I don't know him! He said there was a puppy, but there wasn't. He was taking me to his van." Duke shifted, keeping Liam protected behind him while maintaining focus on the suspect. His training was perfect, his instincts sharper. Martinez spoke into his radio without taking his eyes off the man. "Dispatch, I need immediate backup at Riverside Park North parking lot. Possible attempted abduction in progress." The man's face flushed red. He looked at his van, then at the growing crowd of people emerging from the park, drawn by the commotion. A woman pulled out her phone, recording. A jogger stopped, watching intently. An elderly couple stood frozen, hands over their mouths. "You're making a mistake," the man said desperately. His mother, "My mom is at work," Liam shouted. "My sister Emma's getting ice cream. He grabbed me. He lied about the puppy." Duke barked once, sharp and commanding, as if confirming every word Liam said. The man took a step sideways, eyeing a gap between Martinez and the gathered crowd. Duke moved instantly, blocking the path with precision. The dog's message was crystal clear. "You're not going anywhere." Sirens wailed in the distance, growing louder. Martinez kept his voice steady and firm. "Sir, place your hands where I can see them. Do it now." The man's shoulders sagged. The fight drained from his face as he realized his escape routes were gone. Witnesses everywhere. A police dog guarding the boy. Backup arriving. Slowly, reluctantly, he raised his hands. "On your knees," Martinez commanded. As the man complied, Duke remained vigilant, his eyes never leaving the threat. Behind him, Liam held on tightly, tears streaming down his face, but no longer alone, no longer in danger. The hero he needed had heard his silent signal, and Duke had answered. 2 patrol cars screeched into the parking lot, officers jumping out with practiced urgency. Within moments, the suspect was handcuffed and searched. What they found made Martinez's stomach turn: zip ties in his pocket, a second phone with no contacts, and photographs of the park playground taken from different angles over several days. This wasn't his first time here, one officer muttered grimly. He's been planning this. A desperate voice cut through the crowd. Liam! Liam! Emma burst through the gathering of people, ice cream forgotten, her face streaked with tears. Oh my God, Liam! She dropped to her knees and pulled her brother into a crushing hug. I couldn't find you. I looked everywhere. What happened? Liam clung to his sister, his whole body shaking. That man, he tried to take me. He said there was a puppy, but it was a trick. Emma's face went pale as the reality hit her. She looked at Martinez, then at Duke, then back at her little brother. Who saved you? Liam pulled back just enough to point at Duke, who sat calmly beside Martinez, tail wagging gently now that the danger had passed. He did. I made the signal we learned at school, and the dog saw it. He came running. Martinez knelt down beside them. Your brother was incredibly brave. He remembered his training and used the help signal. Duke recognized it immediately. Within minutes their parents arrived, having received a frantic call from Emma. Liam's mother practically fell out of the car, running toward her son with tears streaming down her face. His father followed, wrapping both children in his arms. My baby, his mother sobbed. My sweet boy, you're safe. You're safe. After the family reunion settled, Liam's father approached Martinez with trembling hands. Officer, I don't have words. If you and your dog hadn't been here... His voice broke. Duke deserves the credit, Martinez said, scratching behind the dog's ears. He saw what I missed. He understood the signal before I did. Liam slowly walked toward Duke, still nervous but filled with gratitude. Can I pet him? He'd like that very much, Martinez smiled. Liam reached out carefully, running his small hand over Duke's soft fur. The powerful dog who had charged like a warrior moments ago now sat perfectly still, accepting the gentle touch with patient grace. Thank you, Liam whispered. You saved me. Duke's tail thumped against the ground. Then he did something unexpected. He leaned forward and gently licked Liam's cheek, making the boy giggle through his tears. Can I see him again? Liam asked, looking up at Martinez hopefully. Anytime you want, Martinez promised. Duke doesn't forget his friends. As the suspect was driven away and the crowd slowly dispersed, Liam stayed close to Duke, one hand resting on the dog's back. The afternoon sun cast long shadows across the parking lot, and the park gradually returned to its peaceful rhythm. But nothing would ever be quite the same. A little boy had faced danger and survived because he remembered a simple hand signal, and a loyal police dog had answered that silent call when it mattered most. Heroes come in many forms. Sometimes they have 4 legs and a heart that understands what words cannot say.